Blue Jays win 4-2 over the Chicago White Sox at the Rogers Center and have now won 3 straight games. And they're a game over 500. I understand it's only 3-2, but I don't care. I don't remember the last time this team was actually over 500. We know that they haven't been 500 in 18 months. The last time we were over 500, my God, it feels like eons ago. But let's break this puppy down. Jaime Garcia gets the start for the Jays, and he was terrific. He was masterful. I love what I've seen from Jaime. He kind of reminds me of Mark Burley. He throws a little bit harder than Mark Burley, of course, but it's just the kind of way he pitches. It's all location, and his curveball's nasty. But he went 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. Obviously, the home run to Wellington Castillo. We'll get to him in a little bit. 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. That was a reoccurring theme in the spring. Looks like he's continued that into the regular season. Great job there, but he did not come away with the victory. We'll get to that in a second. Now, there was no score until the 4th inning where Wellington Castillo, like I said, hit a home run, and that guy has been on a tear against this Jays team, and I hate him so much right now. Bottom 6. Josh Donaldson at the plate, and I mean, he hasn't really done a whole lot stuff this year so far, but he gets a pitch on the inner half, and he drives it the other way, or maybe it's the outer half. Anyways, he drills it down the opposite field line, it clears the wall, rounds the bases, does his whole thing, and then to the, he probably said something under his breath, but I don't know what the heck he said, to the bench of the Chicago White Sox. You know why? Because earlier in the game, he flies out. And they say something to him on his way back to our dugout. Josh Donaldson turns and says something to them. Next at bat, he does that. And oh yeah, just you could go, you can go do some stuff. You know, you guys can read between the lines there. But that's probably what he was saying. Donaldson takes their starter deep, and Jays tie the game 1 apiece there in the bottom of the 6th. However, top 7. You know who comes up to the plate against Sengwon-Oh? Wellington Castillo. And he drills a home run to center field. This guy, I am tired of seeing him. His 3rd multi-home run game against the Blue Jays in his career. Do you know how many multi-home run games he has in the MLB? Period. 6. Dating back to the start of the year last year against the Orioles, he has 7 home runs against the Jays. I don't want to see this guy anymore. He's killing me. And then the Jays trail 2-1. You go to the bottom of the 7th. Danny Farquhar comes on the mound. Granderson gets on first. Randall Grichuk up next, and he flies out, and you could see the anger in him because he knows, and we all know, that is a pitch he should have crushed into the next stratosphere. But instead, he flies out to right field, and there's 2 out, and we're like, oh, yeah. Next up, the Canadian boy, Russell Martin. And Danny Farquhar challenges him high and inside, and the old man, Russell Martin, he gets to it and drills it deep, and it's carrying, and it just gets over the, well, not just, but it goes into the Jays bullpen. Jays lead 3-2, baby, let's keep it rolling. And so now in the bottom of the 7th, you got the lead. We know what we're going to see. Tepera, Osuna the rest of the way. Well, Ryan Tepera comes out, gives up a hit to, I think it was Jose Abreu. And don't worry about it. Gets out of the inning. Clean work after that. No problemo. There's a clean inning for Ryan Tepera. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Everyone's talking garbage about Aledmus Diaz. Oh, the guy only has 1 hit with the team this year. What the heck's wrong with him? Why we pick him up? He's useless. And he turns on the pitch and drills it into the Jays bullpen. Jays up 4-2. And his average is now up over 150. I mean, no, it's not great, but it's in the steps in the right direction. Jays up 4-2 heading into the 9th inning. And something I've seen from Roberto Osuna in the first 3 games, more than we saw all last year, is he's using his fastball and not that stupid cutter. Because you saw last year, all these home runs he's given up, it's because the cutter is cutting into the middle of the plate and it just was not working. And he is not using, he threw 8 pitches today. 8 strikes. Probably 6 of them were fastballs. Why? Because that's his best pitch. He used it. He made their players look stupid. And they came away with the victory 4-2. Osuna picks up his second save of the year. Tepera with the hold. Sang 1-0 even though he gave the home run, gets the victory in the game. And the Jays, like I said earlier, have won 3 straight and are a game above 500. What is going on? But you know what I'm seeing different this year than last year? The camaraderie between the players. You look at Solarte and Marcus Stroman. They haven't been, they were together in the spring, but in the regular season, they've only been together 5 games. Martin hits a home run. They start doing some crazy little dance there outside the dugout. And I'm like, okay, let me get on the mix. This is great. Yeah, and then Diaz hits a home run. He's swinging his legs. Solarte's fired up. I think we are going to love him in this city, guys. I think Solarte, even though his batting average isn't probably where he wants it to be, he was 0 for 3 in the game, had a walk, but he's only hitting 188, but it's the energy, and his defense is very good. I've been impressed with his defense. With Donaldson having the DH, I thought he's filled in and did a fantastic job. But just what I've seen from the team, the camaraderie, just, you look at them shaking hands. I understand you won a game, so you're all happy, but everyone's smiling, everyone's feeling good. And they deserve to feel that way because they've worked their tail off in these 3 victories. In all 3 games, they've had to come back. I'm not sure about, actually, I don't know about the first win of the year, but I know the last game and this game, you've had to come back and win. You had to come back twice in this game. The never give up attitude of this team that we've seen so far is something special. Something we never saw. Every time we saw this team go down a run or 2 last year, oh, it's over. They're swinging out of their shoes for home runs, and that's about all she wrote. Now, yes, the Jays only had 4 hits today, and that's something we overlook when we have 4 runs on 4 hits. But it's the way you did it. The Jays, I know Donaldson had a ripper down the third base line. I know Diaz had a ripper as well. I think Solarte did too. And Sanchez with the third baseman, he gobbled up all 3 of them. Those are hard hit balls that 1 foot the other way, or 1 foot farther, that's getting by the guy. But instead of and a couple guys hit it to the warning track, right? So it was kind of feeling like one of those games where you're like, the Jays the luck is just not there. And then it changed because the Jays are like, okay, you know what? Enough of this small ball stuff because it's not working today. Let's beat them with the long ball. And they did just that. I'm proud of these guys. I really am. Coming into the season, nobody had expectations. But we talked about it. If the rotation is healthy and stays healthy, this team, the sky's the limit. And through the first 5 starts of the season for the Jays, they've looked pretty good. Now, Stroman and Happ didn't look the greatest. Happ and Sanchez didn't look the greatest. Stroman had 1 bad inning, but it's their first start. And we start the next round of rotation tomorrow as J.A Happ gets his second start of the season against Miguel Gonzalez, former Baltimore Oriole. But the Jays played him, obviously last year, against the White Sox. 7:07 first pitch tomorrow. Jays look for the series win, and they look for their 4th straight victory. But our heads can't get too big because it's only 5 games into the season. We can enjoy this for what it is right now. It is a victory, a hard-fought win, and a good win. But you gotta take it game by game. Let's enjoy this win for the rest of tonight. And then tomorrow when we all wake up, we look forward to J.A Happ, Miguel Gonzalez at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. All right? I'm very proud of this team, all right? So, guys, that is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video and you guys enjoyed this game, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game. Who's your player of the game in this one? And also, in the description below, guys, is the link to my Twitter. Please DM me if you guys are interested in Jurassic Park or Maple Leaf Square during the Raptors and Leafs playoffs. Again, once the round 1 preview videos head out to you guys, I'll let you guys know in that video the days that I hope to be going down to the Air Canada Centre outside to watch those games, and we'll kind of talk about all that stuff then. But let me know, guys, in the comments and DM me on Twitter if you guys are even interested, because I want to know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. All right, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. podcast edition. Link to the podcast channels in the description. Link to the podcast itself on iTunes. That is also in the description as well. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow, obviously with the podcast, Leafs, Raptors, Jays. You guys know what it is. We'll talk to you guys then. Links all in the description. We'll talk to you guys Raptors edition tomorrow as they take on the Cleveland Cavaliers in Boston, a statement game for the Raptors. And the one word I got to say for that game, defense! All right, that's all I'm going to leave it with you guys there. We'll talk to you guys Leafs edition Thursday as they head to New Jersey to take on the Devils to win their second straight, hopefully, and then maybe win their third straight against Montreal, go into the playoffs with a 50-win team and their 3 straight wins. That would be scrumptious. But next up, New Jersey, Thursday night, 7 o'clock puck drop in Newark. And as for the Jays, like we said, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night, 7:07 first pitch. Jays, White Sox at the Rogers Center. J.A. Happ versus Miguel Gonzalez. We'll talk to you guys then.